Welcome to One Up Me, episode 43. We're going to be talking about Bird Box. Enjoy the show.
Dude, did you hear? I was watching. You ever watch H3H3? They're a YouTube channel.
No.
Well, okay. Hold on.
Now I got to look it up and see if I know what it is. H3H3.
Yeah, but anyway, it's not really the point. Sandra Bullock, who, as you may know, is the titular star of today's podcast topic, Bird Box. Apparently, she gets this thing, or she has gotten this thing called a penis facial.
Wait, what?
Where they... Did you not hear me?
No, I heard you.
Yeah, there's...
Is it what I think it is?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, they take cloned baby foreskin and inject it in, like, with a needle into your face.
Did you say cloned?
Yeah.
What?
I swear.
I'm not Googling this. I'm not.
Dude, don't Google penis facial. You might.
No, I'm literally flabbergasted. What?
Yeah, she went on Ellen DeGeneres' show.
Oh, then it's true. Like, if she went on the Church of Ellen, it has to be true. Like, it's...
Yeah.
What?
I think it's, like, specifically, like, Korean babies' foreskin or something.
Yeah, American babies are fat and aren't fed healthy stuff. So
People.com, we tried Sandra Bullock's penis facial. That's right, People.com bringing you the top tier news. No fake news, no clickbait, nothing. They only bring you the best, freshest news.
I thought some of the stuff in Kingdom Hearts 3 surprised me, but
There's no penis facials.
No,
Although if you look up Kingdom Hearts penis facial,
I'm sure there's one. I'm sure Jake has found it. Like, I'm sure he has. I am rarely flabbergasted, and that I did not see that one coming.
The truth behind Sandra Bullock's controversial penis facial. I was watching. To be fair, she looks good for 54.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she does. But before we get into her and
Ellen DeGeneres tweeted out, "I should have never asked Sandra Bullock about her skincare routine."
I want to see Ellen's reaction to that. But enough of that. Let's get into what we've been playing, and then we can talk more at length after the show about this penis facial. So, what have you been
playing? Oh no, I accidentally.
No,
I thought
he asked
exited
me.
out.
Well,
I accidentally exited out of the penis facial website.
Make sure you bookmark it so you can go back and read it later.
I think I accidentally exited out of our notes. Oh wait, no,
It's fine. There's literally only a couple questions in this thing. You don't need notes.
You never know.
That's true. We might need to type secret messages to each other.
I need to look and figure out what we were talking about.
That's true. Good point.
I don't think
that. Okay, so I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and I beat it on Saturday, or whatever day it was. All my days are blending together. So I did beat the game. I'm probably / definitely gonna go back and play some more of it, do some of the side stuff, take some cool selfies, different stuff like that. It was a good experience, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna save all my thoughts and everything for our Kingdom Hearts 3 episode, which will be coming out sometime this year.
Sometime in the future. You are correct.
That's right.
Good sir.
And I've been picked up Overwatch again. Played a match last night. It was kind of like, It was
That sounds like Overwatch.
Yeah, it was. It was okay. I finished season 1 of Sirens, not the British show about
the ambulance show,
not the ambulance show, the mermaid show.
Boo.
I know. Well, I watched.
Wait, do they pick up any mermaids in ambulances?
No, they should though. That'd be a good little bit. So I finished season 1, and then I guess season 2 recently came out. Like, I don't know, sometime soonish, because Hulu is like, hey, season 2 is out, and I'm like, okay. So I watched the little bit of season 2, like the first couple episodes, I think, and it looks like their production quality for special effects went from $50 to $100. So that's saying something. That's pretty good. So I think it's going well. I'm going to finish the season. It's holding my interest enough to see what happens and to see if it gets a third season, because obviously someone is other than me is watching this show.
It's not just you.
It's not just me, apparently. Apparently it's popular enough that people they want a second season, and looks like they got a little production bump in the money department. So that's always
I used to
good.
listen to a band called Sleeping with Sirens.
I think everybody used to listen to that band. And if you haven't, go check them out on YouTube. They're pretty nice.
They have one of my favorite covers of all time. It's a cover of dang, what's the name of that song? It's by the Goo Goo Dolls. Oh my gosh.
I cannot tell you.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Live.
While he looks it up, I can tell you about. I watched the first episode of Genlock, the new Rooster Teeth. Well, it had some ups and downs. The first little bit, I was like, okay, I'm into this. And then some stuff happened, and I was like, okay, this is stupid. And then I was like, some more stuff happened, and I was like, I was like, maybe. It only has 3
I like how that's like your reaction to. That's your mediocre is.
Yeah. So I will say there's only 3 episodes out. I only watched 1 episode because I had to sleep.
I mean, I haven't seen it.
So I could do this podcast. I figured me being awake and alert for this podcast is more important than watching 2 more episodes of Genlock.
The name of the song is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good song.
It's a cover by the Sleeping
with Sirens?
Sleeping with Sirens, yeah.
Okay, cool.
True story.
I will say that you should check out that song, the cover, Iris by Sleeping with Sirens, and you should also check out Genlock.
The original?
Yeah.
Yes. Genlock. Wait.
And the original.
Did you like it?
Yeah. It's
Okay, maybe I zoned out while I was looking up.
No, I hadn't said if I liked it or not. I gave it a and then I would just kind of.
Your rating system is amazing.
I know it's
like you'll be like, it's one of the. It's just. I mean, it's 0 out of 10. And then sometimes you'll be like, I don't know, like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's different degrees of like. That's my. I'm gonna start because I do that in real life too. It's not just a podcast thing. I'll be like, They're like, what'd you think of this? I'm like,
I'm sure that doesn't annoy anybody.
Yeah, it does. Especially when I go to certain restaurants. They're like, what'd you think of the dish? I'm like, They're like, what does that mean? I'm like,
it's because it sounds like it's bad. That sounds bad.
Yeah, it does. It's just my thing. It's not like a nervous tick or anything. It's just the easiest way for me to describe something. Like, it's okay.
Without any
actual
effort.
words. Yeah, exactly. So I like Genlock. Michael B. Jordan's in it. So, he did good-ish in Creed. So
he did great in Creed.
So check it out. Honestly, I honestly had to get past once my eyes adjusted to the way they decided to do the whole animation thing.
I don't know why you don't like the animation.
I don't know. I think I'm just...
It looks better than Ruby.
Yes. Not Ruby now, but Ruby first season, yes. I will say that, I don't know, I just always my eyes have always just kind of hated that particular art style. I think this is like some of the best
animation that Rooster Teeth has ever done.
Well, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying personally, my eyes
just the style.
Yeah, but once I watch another episode, I'll be fine. But it's always this style gets me. I'm always like, it's like...
It's got David Tennant.
Yeah, it has a pretty home run cast of voice actors, actors and actresses. Yeah,
I watched the first half of the first season of Ruby, and I fell off of it. I did like what I watched though, so I need to check this out as well.
Ruby is much easier to watch all together at the same time, and Netflix put it all together. They kind of rolled it together and made it like a movie.
I have Verve. I don't use Netflix. I'm not a plebe.
Okay, you thought. It's fine. Just use...
Saying that we're doing an episode on a movie that was specifically on Netflix. Did you call me a thought?
Yeah, is that a bad thing? I heard somebody say it.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
I'm so sorry.
That's rude. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll have to Google that. Let me Google that and see what it is.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Google penis facial.
Okay, I almost said blank Google define this so everyone's device would define it.
Somebody's gonna be in the car. It's like, hello Google, define thought.
Well, you just okay. Well, at least
you don't activate Google by saying hello.
That's right. Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
If I said okay Google, that would be different.
Thanks. You just made my phone talk to you, and I'm sorry. I did not know that was the actual definition of that. I did not mean to call you a adventurous woman of the night. I'm sorry.
You're a bastard.
I mean that's true, but I'll take that one.
But you're not a thought.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Netflix hates blindfolds, and I think they
Can I not talk about what games I've been playing?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
Are y'all hearing this? This is just you're just being rude. You're just rude. I'm sorry.
I guess
I have also been playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
So I assume you've gotten to the Toy Story world.
Yeah, I just beat it actually.
And now you're gonna go back and beat it again. That's where the game ends for you. You're just not gonna play any other worlds.
No. I'm gonna keep playing.
Did you cry?
Did I cry?
Yeah.
Listen, we'll save that for the for the Kingdom Hearts 3 episode.
Okay. I was just sorry. I was trying to see if I could get it out of him, ladies and gentlemen. I've been wondering myself.
I will say that I am enjoying it. Combat's very good. Like I said, I want to say I'm 10 hours in because it says I'm 12 hours in, but I think I've let it sit around for 2 hours probably while I went to get groceries or took a nap or whatever.
Yeah, because the time clock still counts it, even if it's paused in the menu. So it does count that. Because I did that. I went to go cook lunch, and I left it up just because. And then I was like, oh, I gained an hour. And I was like, whoops. Oh, well.
Besides that, I started watching Erased again.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it's if anyone wants to watch it, it's an anime. It's kind of time travel-y, but it's kind of supernatural time travel.
But not in a bad way either.
No. I know time travel is hard to do, so when you watch Erased and Steins Gate back to back, two shows that I think do it really do it justice. But it's about this young adult guy in his 20s who goes back has this ability. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. But it lets him go back 5 minutes and to try to change. He doesn't have control over it, but usually it happens right before something bad happens,
revival.
Someone is gonna get shot or something. Maybe he'll go back in time and see the guy putting the gun in his pocket, and he can be like, "Hey, don't shoot nobody." But
his ability is called revival. By the way.
Revival. Okay, without spoiling anything, obviously it escalates and things get more serious, and he has to go back in time and solve some mysteries and stuff. Really, really good. Really dark. Very beautiful though, I would say. And
if you want to watch, if you've enjoyed the animation version, there's a live action version on Netflix of Erased.
Probably really bad.
It probably is. There's 12 episodes.
Also watch Steins Gate because that's an amazing show.
Yeah, just go watch Steins Gate. I actually didn't.
Steins Gate's so good. You had what?
Well, I didn't know. I forgot that. I feel like I saw Erased on Netflix, the live action one. I haven't watched it, but I saw that it was there, and I was like, I'm not watching this. And now I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I'm kind of interested to see how they do this in a live action format. It's probably gonna be bad, but I might watch one episode.
Very poorly, yes.
Oh, I did start watching Seven Deadly Sins, the official second season.
Yeah, I know. I haven't watched that yet.
It's well, obviously the mermaids called to me and I stopped watching it. So I'm gonna get back on that. Yeah, of course. The stupid mermaids, stupid.
So how far
sirens.
in did you get?
I rewatched the mini series, the in between series, and then I watched the first episode of the second season or third season, whatever you want to call it. So
the season that they were kind of acting like was going to be the second season, but ended up being like an interstitial.
Yeah, so I watched all of they call it the Signs of the Holy War or Signs of Holy War. So it's a 4 episode series or a little episode miniseries, whatever you want to call it.
Like a little, it's just an arc. I would say.
Yeah, an arc. I watched that arc, and then I watched I haven't. I have not watched the first episode because I just looked on Netflix and I have not watched it. So disregard what I just said.
So you didn't start watching season 2?
Correct, I didn't. I thought I did, but I don't.
It's funny because I loved season 1 so much. And
it's so good.
I was so excited for season 2, and then I just haven't watched it yet, even though it's been out for like a year probably now.
Yeah, it's been out a little while, so. It's funny because on Netflix they're like 3 seasons. I'm like, this isn't a season.
That's not a season.
But
lie.
But whatever, Netflix. So.
But I will continue with Kingdom Hearts. I can't remember. I've beaten like 2 or 3 worlds now. I can't remember. I just landed somewhere else. I'm blanking, and then I've been doing homework.
Nice.
But I think that's about it.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me go back. Hold on.
Just go back in your time clock.
I've been playing Super Smash Brothers as well.
Nice.
Not a whole lot, but enough. I've played some Potted Plant. Have you played any Potted Plant?
I haven't got that code yet. I also kind of neglected my everything while playing Kingdom Hearts 3. So if I've neglected you and you actually wanted to talk to me or get in contact with me or something, I'm sorry because I really got deep into Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I like left my phone in another room. Like I didn't turn on my PC. It was crazy. So yeah, I'm back in normal life now that I've beaten it, and I can actually use the internet and not worry about spoilers because they were everywhere. But
I swear I didn't even want to look up like
news.
I didn't even want to see reviews or anything.
Oh no, I haven't seen. I still haven't watched a review or anything.
I started to watch one, but I was like, nah, what's the point?
Exactly. I'm like, I have my opinion of it. I know how I feel about it, and that's all that matters. You know, I waited.
Even if it was a game, I use reviews to
see if you want to buy a game.
Yeah, exactly. But I knew I was gonna buy Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly. I've waited 14 years to play this game. I will say that I'm never going to release again because it was very weird.
Man, that's right. You went to the pre-release.
People were very creepy.
Yep, you were sending us pictures to one of our group messages, and it looked terrible.
It was real bad.
I laughed.
Yeah, it was. There was this guy behind me that had his daughter, and she was like, "Daddy, I'm tired." And he's like, "Well, I got to get this game," and I'm like, "Why is your daughter here?" Like, it's like late at night for her. It's like 9:00. Like, why is she here? She's like an infant.
Daddy's a Keyblade master.
It's just like. And then this other guy was like, hang on, hold my spot in line, bro. I got to go get my car. And I'm like, oh, God, we're all going to get shot. We're all going to get shot. And then he comes back in with 2 Keyblades. And I'm like, why? Why are you bringing them in here?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
And he's like, I'm half cosplaying. I'm like hipster Roxas. And I was like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill everybody in this store except this baby.
He had 2 Keyblades. Oh, my gosh.
They weren't even made out of metal. They were made out of foam.
Of course they were, because the metal ones cost like $200.
Exactly.
Weeaboo can't afford that.
Oh man, yeah, Weeaboos. So. And then there was like this guy that was going around and handing out pizza. He was like, I'm not gonna do an impression because he didn't have all the crayons in the box, and so he was like, "Do you want some pizza?" And I was like, "No, thank you, I'm okay." So he went to everybody in line. Pizza? I'm like, "No, thank you." So he came back around with a cookie pizza. He's like, "Do you want some of this?" And I was like, "No, I'm a vegan."
Okay.
So he left me.
You can get 4 Ultima Keyblades metal right now on Etsy for $900.
You can get 4 of them?
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad price.
I mean, if you got $1,000 burning a hole in your pocket.
No, I don't. No. So.
Yeah, those pictures look terrible. The people. I don't want to slight anybody here, but I mean, if you go to a Kingdom Hearts pre-release, clearly one of my best friends went to a Kingdom Hearts pre-release, so who am I to judge?
It's okay.
I just don't like pre-releases in general because there's a lot of people in a small place, and
it started to stink. You know, and I get it. People coming off work, they probably haven't showered, and I'm just like, take a shower with a hose or something. Have a spray bottle.
Wait until the next day to go get it.
Wait until the next day, and I'm definitely going to do that. You know, yeah, I got to play probably 5 or 6 hours of it, but I mean,
I was glad that there wasn't any it didn't require an update. You know,
exactly.
As soon as I got it, I'm also glad that I got the physical copy.
Yes.
Just because I have the physical copy of Kingdom Hearts 3. But we should probably actually talk about Bird Box.
Yeah. This could easily become a Kingdom Hearts 3.
I swear, if we keep talking, I was like, it's gonna become our Kingdom Hearts 3 review, even though I haven't beaten it.
Podcast. So Bird Box came out in 2008. It's an R-rated movie. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes.
2008?
Sorry, 2018. It's a R-rated movie. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Is it really rated R?
Yep. Which is
I guess they dropped the F-bomb.
Exactly. Which is 4 minutes too long, in my opinion. So obviously it stars the very youthful, thanks to her skincare products, Sandra Bullock. So if you don't know what Bird Box is and you've been living under a rock, this is what it says on Netflix. 5 years after an ominous, unseen presence drives most of society to suicide, a survivor and her 2 children make a desperate bid to reach safety.
And this is basically The Happening.
Correct, yeah. So it was apparently, so everyone's like, it's just like A Quiet Place. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. I haven't seen The Quiet Place.
I just want to say right off the bat, it's not in the same ballpark as A Quiet Place.
I have not seen the movie or read the book, if A Quiet Place is a book. I will say that Bird Box is a book that came out 4 years before A Quiet Place.
Do you want to do spoilers or not spoilers at all? What do you want?
I don't care. Either or. Dealer's choice.
Am I the dealer?
Sure, you can be the dealer.
I thought you were the dealer.
Well, we can do non-spoilers and the spoilers. Sure.
Okay, let's try this. Okay. There might be spoilers in the non-spoiler section.
There might be.
Don't like get too upset at us if we accidentally say that.
It's just Bird Box.
Sandra Bullock puts penis in her mouth or
yes.
Oh my. Woo! No, seriously though. If you haven't seen this movie for some reason, and you don't want to be spoiled, you probably don't want to listen to this.
I'm pretty sure it's been spoiled by people online anyway. Like, there's been memes everywhere of this movie.
I swear, idiots doing this, like, the Bird Box challenge. Stop that. Stop it.
Netflix had to come out and release a PSA on telling people not...
Your mom is worried about you.
It's bad. Like, people are doing Bird Box challenges, and it's super dangerous.
The Bird Box Tide Pod Challenge.
Well, maybe it'll kill more of the stupid people in the world. So... we can hope.
But yeah, so they set off on a journey and to try to get to this
sanctuary.
My gosh. I'm having a brain fart. They do that in what's another movie they do that in?
A Quiet Place?
Probably a lot.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. I don't know.
Forget it. I'm sorry I said it.
Hunger Games.
They don't do that now. Do they do that?
No.
No, they don't. I read the books, and I haven't seen the movies.
No.
But they don't do that in the books.
I was just naming movies.
Okay, anyway.
So, this plot is, like, once it hits the 2 hour mark, it's
How long is this? It felt kind of long.
It's 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yeah, it felt longer.
It's a long movie for
but I didn't think the ending was satisfactory.
No, not at all. I was just kind of like, what the crap? This is so stupid.
Yeah, so there's these entities that just kind of seems like they kind of well, at first they show up in other countries around the world. I think Russia is one that they point out specifically, and then Sandra Bullock's character is like in her art studio or something, painting it up, and her sister comes in and they kind of have a chat about life, and they eventually decide to leave and go get lunch or something. And all of a sudden her sister is like sad, you know, and then she runs into a car and gets out of her own car and steps in front of a
bus.
dump truck.
Dump truck, yeah, dump truck, not a
And
bus.
she kind of blows up a little bit.
Yeah, it just kind of, yeah. It's intense.
So obviously, whatever, you know, what's happening in Russia is now come to the States.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, you know, but sometimes that's how it happens. And then, you know, obviously it becomes one of those movies where Sandra Bullock's like, well, you know, she's pregnant, obviously.
We didn't mention that.
So,
we didn't. Yeah, she's pregnant. She's pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant during this. So, you know, she's running down the street, blah, blah, blah. Like, as, you know, everything's crazy. She's trying to get back to her house. And she, you know, falls in the street. And this guy's like, we got to help her. She's pregnant. And, you know, so she gets pulled inside this house. And this guy is...
played by B.D. Wong.
Mm-hmm.
Of Jurassic Park fame.
Mm-hmm. So this woman helps her, and then the woman, like, obviously sees the entity, whatever you want to call it, the bad stuff, and gets inside of a burning car and just sits down, and dies. And so they're inside this house, and you know, you got the old dude and the nerd that knows about all this stuff that worked at the local supermarket, and you got the black guy, and you got the two junkies, and then Sandra Bullock. So, you know, you got a ragtag cast right there, and, you know, they're watching the news, and then they're like, oh, we got to tape up the windows so we don't see outside, and it's definitely not adding to the situation, because sitting in the dark all the time is very depressing. Can't be good for them, or the baby. So.
Well, yeah, I guess it's better than killing yourself.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'd much rather sit in the dark and kill myself.
I've spent like 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out if Machine Gun Kelly was in this movie.
No.
No, he is. He definitely is.
What? Is he that little junkie dude?
I don't think he's a junkie.
Well, I just assume that anybody that looks like Machine Gun Kelly's a junkie.
I don't think he shows him ever like shooting heroin or anything.
I don't think it is either. Now I got to look up the cast of this movie, see what it's all about, because
this movie got Sandra Bullock, John Malkovich, Machine Gun Kelly, B.D. Wong.
Oh, that is Machine Gun Kelly. Okay, cool. It's got Tom Holland. Huh.
What? Cool. Tom Holland from Spider-Man?
No, Tom Hollander.
I don't know who is that.
He played Gary. I don't know what else he's in.
Gary.
Yeah, he played Gary in this movie.
Oh, Gary is the guy that comes in later.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got, I think, the dude from, it's got several other people in it. If you've seen, I'm blanking, I'm sorry. That movie by, I think, Jordan Peele, Get Out.
Oh, Get Out? Yeah.
The dude who plays the security.
TSA.
The TSA guy, yeah. He plays the guy who worked at the grocery store.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but they move on. Oh, by the way, I knew immediately, I say immediately, but pretty much immediately that they were never going to show the monster.
Oh no, and I saw the original concept, and it looked like, you remember the Six Flags commercial with the old man that would dance? No.
No.
Okay.
You're talking.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I don't remember him though.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked like that old man, if he got curb stomped, and then genetically.
That was only for her though. I think. Apparently each individual person was supposed to see something different, or there was supposed to be different types of monsters. Because remember that one guy draws a bunch of the monsters and they're different.
Yeah. True.
So I think that's what that was.
Okay. Well, yeah. So they showed one of the what one of the monsters was going to look like, and apparently it was the one that was going to go with Sandra Bullock. But pretty much what the entity, monster, whatever you want to call it, the whispering, the smoke, the wind, it's sometimes they're physically there, sometimes
it's the happening.
Exactly. That's what it is. And allegedly they just show you your biggest fear or something sad. It just makes you, the way I understood it is it overwhelms you with emotion to the point of you killing yourself in some form or fashion. So
yeah, I kind of thought it was supposed to be like they're so horrifying that you kill yourself, but yeah, they kind of explain it as, I don't know, they don't really explain it at all, actually.
No, they kind of just leave it open.
They kind of start to explain it halfway a couple of times and then just never finish the explanation.
Well, after watching this and then going to watch Bandersnatch, I wish that more movies had choose your own adventure things, because there was a lot of times in this movie where I was like, do this instead of that. But, obviously they didn't have that technology. They didn't do that for this movie, so I just got stuck with the plot they gave us. I guess this is still non-spoilers-ish. So obviously, they're this ragtag band of misfits or whatever you want to call them. This weird, somewhat not really family. Oh, there's an Asian guy too. I forgot about him.
Yeah, it's B.D. Wong.
Yeah.
We already mentioned him. He's the owner of the house.
Yeah, I forgot that. I honestly forgot that was his name, and I thought that was a black guy. But we move on. So yeah, they seal up the windows, don't look outside. They kind of just ration food, get to know each other. Yada yada. Have post-apocalyptical sex. One of them, a couple does. And then, they get a knock on the door and they're like, well, guess we'll let someone in. She's like, I'm pregnant. Like, well, and that's when everything goes terrible. Because they let this pregnant lady in that is pregnant with a baby. And she's just terrible. Just terrible. And this is where the movie went sideways because, well, obviously, it's been going sideways since the beginning of the movie. But, what I think is, I know she was pregnant. You got to let her in, morals and stuff. It's in the world. So, if they hadn't let her in, none of the other stuff would have been
That's true,
happened.
because then she lets else in.
Yeah, she just lets the,
Do you
the
want
other
we
person.
can do spoilers? It'll probably be.
Yeah, let's just roll into spoilers now.
All right,
Spoilers.
So, I will say that I recommend it. I think.
Yeah,
It's not a masterpiece or anything, but it's worth a watch.
Exactly. Movies, entertainment does different things for different people. It might help you go through something that you're trying to go through. Like face your fears, and you can do anything, even if you're blind, sort of a thing. Who knows what the movie will get you through, what it'll help you through. So that's a cool thing. Yeah, but if
I don't
they.
think.
No?
I think you're digging a little deep there.
I was, I should have used a shovel and I got a backhoe instead. I brought the wrong tool. So, if they wouldn't have let Opal, whatever her name is, Olivia,
the pregnant lady.
Yeah.
The second pregnant lady.
The second pregnant lady. Yeah. If they wouldn't have let her in, she wouldn't have let that crazy dude in that ends up ganking a bunch of them.
That was Gary. The guy you were talking about earlier.
So, I forgot all their names because I watched it when it came out, laughed at some memes, and then forgot about it. So I say if you don't have anything else to watch, if if Netflix is your only form of entertainment, I'd say watch it. But if you have $10, just go get a Verve account and watch literally anything else on there. I'm sure it'd be much more entertaining.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm saying if they have $10 to spare.
I heard you.
I'm saying it was entertaining, but there are much better things they could spend 2 hours doing.
Yeah, this isn't like.
It was just.
It was enjoyable, but it was kind of stupid.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stupid, very very stupid parts. They go to a.
They go to a grocery store.
Yeah, they run out of
rations,
food and stuff. So they decide to go to the grocery store, and obviously, if you see these things, you kill yourself. And you can see through the car windows. So they like paint through the car windows, or paint over the car windows.
And then they put what is it? Newspaper and tape over some of them too. Yeah. And it's just like, and that's where some of the Bird Box challenges came from. Some people are, obviously they're not painting their cars. Well, maybe they are if they have enough money. I haven't watched tons of videos on it. But they're blindfolding themselves and using the navigation like they did in the movie to go places. And it's just like, that's not okay. I don't care if you lived in the same house for 20 years and you know every bump and nook and cranny of the street on how to get to the Piggly Wiggly down the street. Don't do that. That is so stupid.
We're actually doing that?
Yeah. That's why Netflix had to release the PSA saying, "Hey, we're glad you enjoyed Bird Box."
I thought they were like walking through Walmart blindfolded or something.
No, that people were actually driving blind. They were doing different activities blindfolded. Like
some stupid.
Some people were doing, fast forward in the movie, the babies are born and she doesn't name them. She just calls them boy and girl.
That's a good way to, emotionally damage your children.
Yeah, exactly. And so she grabs them by the hand, and she's blindfolded as well, and she's walking through the house. And so there's videos of people doing that, the adult being blindfolded and then blindfolding both their children and trying to walk through their house. And they're bumping their children into things, and they're getting hurt. And it's just like, so that's one of the other challenges. But it's
wrong with people.
There's a lot of stuff wrong with people. But in the movie, Sandra Bullock knows how many steps it is from her couch to her front door. She has a line leading from her door down to, where the boat is and different stuff like that. She knows like where everything is because she's mapped it out. She knows exactly how many steps, like where stuff is, etc. She knows what she's doing rather than just put our blindfolds on. Let's run through the house. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. She's planned for, I don't know how many, 4 years. How many years was the time jump? 4 years? 3 years?
5 years. I mean, it's pretty stupid, honestly.
Yeah, 5 years.
Even like with the fact that they that it seems like they have trained somewhat or something. She was like training them to hear like there's a scene where she's like, if the sound's big, then it's close to you. Like, I don't. Okay.
It's like, why do you have to train them how to hear? It's a normal concept. If it sounds loud, it's close to you. If it sounds not loud, it's far away. And if you feel something on your body that isn't yourself or someone else based on their touch, you're probably going to die. Like, and don't take off your blindfold. Like, it sucks. And then, aside from that, there's like these crazy people these mentally insane people that get out and they don't go crazy since they're already crazy. They just become ruthless killers. And just go around.
They don't. Well, one of them does. But they don't really kill anybody. They just want you to look.
Exactly. It's just kind of alluded to that they're crazy and will kill you.
No, they're definitely crazy. I wouldn't say it's alluded to. It's just straight up. They're definitely crazy.
Exactly. I just meant like it's alluded to that they might kill you.
They're definitely dangerous because they do want you to look.
I don't know. Probably
these creatures.
Exactly. So obviously people die in this movie. It's but don't blindfold yourself and drive your car. Sure, blindfold yourself and like take a bath or something. Sure, whatever. But don't do normal activities that require operating a motorized vehicle.
I don't even understand why that would even be a thing that you would
try to do.
Are
you I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get internet famous. It doesn't make any sense to me. I watched those videos and for like a millisecond, and I was like, I could drive my car blindfolded. And then I was like, in an open field, like I couldn't do it. I couldn't drive to the store, even if I was using navigation. Like, what if there's a cyclist? What if there's somebody walking across the street for some reason? Like, I can't judge that. But
no, there's no way they would have ever actually made it to the supermarkets.
No, not at all. Especially with like this being like a crisis world, everybody acting crazy. There's bodies on the ground. There's cars everywhere, fires. There's destruction everywhere. So, yeah, I get it. If you have a super new car and it has sensors all around it, beeps and whistles and, there, turn left. This is here. Don't run over this pigeon. So it's just like, that's not going to help you if you're blindfolded. You need sight to do a lot of things. Yes, I know
you're just going to try to be like, turn left in 100 feet. You're going to be like, okay, like you're going to be able to figure out how far that is and if there's anything in the road and,
Exactly. It's not... I get that it worked. I understand that the concept worked in a movie because it was a controlled environment. The real life is not a controlled environment. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Happen.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant by a controlled environment. It's like not a real thing that happened. And I just hate that people thought that they could do this. It is kind of scary. That I'm glad. For a while, I was like, I don't want to drive anywhere because what if there's some people doing the Bird Box challenge around here?
That people are that stupid.
I'm just like, I'm not okay with this. And yeah, there were some funnier videos where people were like, we're going to do the Bird Box challenge, but we're not going to drive. And so they just wore blindfolds all day, which is, kind of funny. Sure, get some clicks on YouTube, have a laugh about it in 2 years. But at least they had somebody else driving them and they weren't, driving the car themselves.
Yeah, but so they end up, they get on this river. They're on this river for like legitimately 3 days blindfolded.
Exactly, and man, that's a long time.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's a really long time.
I feel like if you took a map and did a pinpoint of where she went from her house to the location of where they end up, I feel like it wouldn't be a 3 days trip on that river. I really don't. But, I haven't done that because it doesn't matter because it's a movie. But I feel like they had to stretch it out for, for a little bit of time. I feel like this could have been like an hour and 30-minute movie. Like, I get there was flashbacks and they were
it was a little long in the tooth.
After it hit like an hour 40, I was like, okay, this is like 20 minutes too long. Like, why does this have to be 2 hours?
I will say, I don't know. I mean, my biggest problems with it was honestly with the blindfolds.
So
it was just such a stupid concept to begin with. And I liked the movie.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie.
It's just a stupid concept. You're gonna walk around with blind? No, you're not. You're gonna die in a day.
Exactly.
You're gonna walk off a cliff and you're gonna die in a day.
Exactly. Like somebody asked me a long time ago. They said, would you rather lose your sight or your hands? And I was like, my hands, because I can
get. Screw that. I would definitely rather lose my sight than my hands.
Yeah, you can get prosthetic hands. You can't get.
No one wants to do is like. What do you? No. I can. I mean, I don't want to lose either, but no, I would definitely rather like.
I'd much rather lose my hands.
I don't know any prosthetic hands are gonna come anywhere near actual hands.
Oh well, yeah, but I don't know any fake eyes that are gonna come close to fake eyes or to real eyes.
That's such a weird question.
It is, and they were like serious about it, and I was like, "Are you gonna chop all my hands or take out my eyes? Like, what's happening?"
That depends. Like, which one do you want more?
How about you just take my feet? I heard prosthetic limbs are pretty good.
Apparently.
So, yeah, I like seeing a lot. It's very enjoyable. So I could not.
It's not what I'd call an easy decision, but we can go and finish up the plot of the movie, I guess, kind of.
Yeah. I will say one of my favorite scenes is when they're on the river and there's this guy and he's just, I got food and blankets. The kids need food, and it's like, you're in the middle of a river. Who's yelling at you? And it's like this guy just walking through the river, and I'm like, that's a good scene. And then he gets, tries to get in the boat. Obviously, he gets chopped in the head with an axe, and I'm just like, I'm blind. If I was blindfolded, I wouldn't have been able to. Yeah, he's on the side of the boat, but I wouldn't have been able to hit him. Like, I would have probably like grazed him or something, but I wouldn't have been able to hit him point blank in the middle of his skull.
Dude, okay, so the one of Netflix's guys apparently said, "Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this Bird Box challenge. We don't know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it is that you do not end up in the hospital due to memes."
See, that's what I was talking about. That that statement. So it's a thing. I'm glad. Hopefully, people have stopped it by now, and they're, doing anything else.
It feels like between this and the Tide Pod challenge, I don't know what's happening to the world.
I feel like stupid people are dwindling down, which is good.
I mean, if you eat a Tide Pod, I don't know what to tell you.
That they don't even taste good. I haven't tried one. I haven't. I just know how normal laundry detergent smells, and if it smells like that, it can't taste good.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't.
It's chemicals for cleaning. People are stupid. I'm sorry? I said people are stupid.
Okay, I think you said it killed somebody. It probably did.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean,
dude. I did not realize why it's called Bird Box until probably a little later than I should have.
Okay, before you explain it, I'll admit that I might not have realized why it's called Bird Box until after you would explain it right now.
Okay, so they have birds, right? Sometimes,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're in a box.
Okay,
and that's why they're called Bird Box.
That's it. There's no deeper. I thought it was something. Okay,
she carries birds around in a box,
which can't be good for the birds.
Well, they warn her against, people. I was, kind of wondering passively why she's carrying around birds. Why is she feeding these birds? I feel like they're kind of a hindrance. Just, let them go. But anytime that these things, creatures or entities or whatever, come around, the birds kind of like lose their mind. So she carries around birds in a box.
I will say it's weird that a normal, locally owned supermarket, grocery store, whatever you want to call it, has birds.
It was kind of weird.
Just a little stand of birds. From what we saw, it was just a normal food and,
it wasn't like
household
a PetSmart
household store. Yeah, it didn't have like a pet section.
Any restaurant that has like.
You mean a grocery store?
Any grocery store that has like soup, toilet paper, and birds.
Exactly. I'm like, they just have imagine like one of those.
Kroger don't do that.
Exactly.
I never seen birds in a Target.
I mean, I have, but they got trapped in there. They weren't for sale.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was weird, but I get it. She was like, I'm going to take these birds. But why? I mean, they seem to be doing okay. Or just, let them outside.
There's a picture online of a guy trying what looks like shaving. He also looks like he's 12, so he has no facial hair.
Oh, okay. So he's definitely going to cut himself?
And there's a picture of what looks like a woman standing beside a crocodile or an alligator.
Okay.
With a blindfold on.
Okay. Dang, I'm watching.
What are you watching?
I'm watching this guy on YouTube or on Twitter.
On TikTok?
He's trying to. No, it's a Bird Box challenge. I guess he's. Oh, okay. He's gonna ride his bike to wherever he's going with a blindfold on. Man, this person's stupid. And they're wearing a lot of red, like red shoes, crimson pants, and like a red hoodie.
I don't want to say it should be illegal to hit them, but maybe if you hit them, you shouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah. And then there's this person doing a Bird Box challenge with plastic wrap.
They just wrap it around their face.
Yep.
And they suffocate and die.
Yep.
Nice.
So, yeah. Man. This movie was stupid.
You know who Boogie 2988 is?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
he
funny.
tweeted, all of these idiots doing the Bird Box challenge. Makes me wish Netflix would make a movie about begging a fat dude to survive. And then
he's so
I'm sorry.
he's so funny.
Yeah.
I love his Mountain Dew video. Have you seen that?
Yes, I've seen it. Of course, I've seen it. I've been on the internet.
It's so funny.
But then they get off after being in this river for like 3 days. I like how like they're on the river for like 4 hours, and they're like, "How much longer?" And she's like, "Just a couple more hours." And it's like 72 hours later. Like,
I was like, what?
Holy crap!
It's like you lied to them so much.
But then they end up at this at school. There's this, of course they're blind. In the most obvious twist known that I could have possibly thought of, that I saw like 5 minutes into the movie coming. The blind. It's a bunch of blind people.
So first off, why is there a blind school
In the middle of the woods?
middle of the jungle? Yeah,
I don't know.
Woods, whatever you want to call it. Like, that is not safe.
No,
them.
not at all. It's a really dumb concept.
It is. It's a really nice looking school, great looking building.
Yeah. It's really nice.
But and also the building, I'm pretty sure it had like a
maybe all these
skylight.
rich people just dumped all their blind kids off because they didn't want to have to deal with them.
I don't know. I will say blind people, they got it hard, you know. It's a hard life, I'm sure. So, I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to watch this movie again because I wouldn't do it.
I legitimately like this movie. I don't ever want to see it again, though.
I'd say I enjoyed it at the time, but now I'm kind of just
I
like...
feel like the more I talk about it and the more I think about it, the dumber I realize it actually is.
The more I realize that I wasted 2 hours of my life on this.
I mean, I legitimately enjoyed the movie. And if you have not seen it and you want to see a, I guess, horror movie, I guess is what it... I mean, watch The Happening. No, don't watch The Happening. Don't ever watch The Happening. But if you if there's nothing else on Netflix, this is a nice little time.
Sure.
It's nothing special though. Like
No, not at all.
Like it's nothing special on one way or the other. It's nothing to get upset about.
Exactly.
Or it's something to get like,
hyped about.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people are, don't go run out and get a bird box tattoo. There's some people, they're like, I love this movie, best movie ever. Some people are like, I hate this movie. I'm like, it's just entertainment, okay? Helps us forget about.
You ever think about? Go ahead. I'll say what I had to say to that.
It helps people, forget about things that are going on in their life. Big whoop. It was a good film. Now, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you ever think about how certain songs or movies or whatever, or video games, or like this is probably someone's favorite movie, like of all time. Yeah. It's like 6 out of 7 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, it's
crazy. This is like Jordan, Suicide Squad is probably someone's favorite movie.
I know. Yeah. For a while, Fired Up was my favorite movie.
What is Fired Up?
So Fired Up is about 2 jocks that have to go to cheerleading camp.
Okay.
It's like a 2007 movie, I think.
It sounds like a 2007 movie.
Yeah, so it's 2 jocks.
It's like an MTV original. It's just Jordan. Is this a WWE production?
No, I think I don't know. I can't tell you who was in it, or who made it, or whatever. But it was just 2 jocks that are just like, yeah, we're jocks, and like we disrespect women, and and cheerleaders are stupid, yeah. And so the principal's like, well, you can either go to summer school or you can go be cheerleaders. They're like, well, we got football camp, coach. And he's like, yeah, you're the principal's like also the coach, I guess, in this scenario. And it's like, yeah, no, you're going to cheerleading camp. And he's like, okay. And so one of the dudes is like,
we're not really girls, we're jocks. It wouldn't be like, it'd be like, we're jocks, man. Yeah, man, bro.
Exactly. It was one of those, and
it sounds like
it's
like an American. Wait, this was your favorite movie of all time? Like, this is your, I don't know, what's a movie that everyone is like, this is the greatest movie of all time. I can't think of any. Like, this is your.
Know. No, it used to be. It
was. What's it? Okay, now it's just bothering me that I can't think of some all-time classics.
Toy Story?
Sure, Toy Story. Dude, Toy Story is so good.
It is. Yeah, for a while, this was people were like, "What's your favorite movie?" I'm like, "Fired Up."
Fired.
It's about two jocks that go to cheerleading camp.
All
It's
right.
actually
Is it on
pretty-
Crackle?
I have no clue.
Dude, you
I
ever
watched
seen
it. I watched it
Crackle?
in theaters. Yeah, I've seen it.
I remember that Ronnie Kenshin used to be on Crackle, and
Oh, yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld's I think it's called like Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh man, this is a
was on
2009 movie.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
looks
so
like
it's-
one of those movies that you watch as a teenager hoping you're going to see, naked people. You're like, I hope there's boobs.
So yeah, I like this
And then
movie.
there's not, and you're like, oh. But you learned a lesson.
I did, and now my actual favorite movie is White Chicks.
It's a good movie. It's not my favorite, but that's a good movie.
It's so
Oh
good.
my gosh.
It's so funny.
Move, bitch. Go watch
happened
White
to you,
Chicks if you haven't seen it.
What happened to you, man? I fell down the stairs.
Oh my gosh. And then, who is it? Is it Terry Crews? It's
Terry Crews.
creeping on them the entire time.
I love that movie
That
much.
movie is legit. That's a legitimately good movie.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. I've watched that movie probably
I
a
need to
dozen
watch it. I haven't
times.
seen it in a couple of years. It's a
so
great
good.
movie.
It's much better than Bird Box.
Yo, my god. Probably better than Fired Up. Dude,
yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh.
What?
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna look at what Bird Box's IMDb.
Oh, that's a good
rating
idea.
is. I had it pulled up earlier, but okay. So Bird Box has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, and Fired Up has a 6.1. But
Okay.
Fired Up, this was your favorite movie of all time.
For a little bit. For I think like a year and a half. I will say that one of the things somebody said is, y'all canceled Daredevil to make this Bird Box shit.
Well, yeah, probably because Disney was like, you can't have Daredevil anymore.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people forgot that. They're like, you're canceling this and that and that.
Apparently,
and this.
like they had to wait. If Disney wants to make any more Daredevil TV shows, they have to wait like a certain amount of like years.
Oh yeah, it's
Like it's
I
like
think
2
it's
or 3
like
years.
yeah. I was gonna say it has to be like less than 5 years. Like,
Yeah, it's not. It's not
definitely
like,
up there.
That long.
Insane, but it's just long enough.
Yeah. So Fired Up has 25% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and Bird Box has 62%. It makes me
okay.
so happy that Fired Up was your favorite movie of all time. That makes me so happy.
I feel like that's sarcasm. That
No.
you.
Did you also watch Cheerleader Camp?
Yes. And all the American Pies and
Jordan,
Step Ups.
I feel like you could have just dude, Step Up is like, those are good movies. The first
They
one
are.
is. The first one.
I've even watched all these spin-off
Step Up.
Step
Is that what I'm
Ups.
thinking?
Yeah, where
wait,
there's
no, this is not what I was thinking of. No, this movie looks garbage. Never mind. It's like
What
a
do you
dancing
think-
movie. I'm thinking of like an MMA movie.
with dancing in it.
No, it doesn't have dancing in it.
Oh,
Never
is
Back
it,
Down. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, that's a
a
good
good
movie
movie.
too. That made me want to be a fighter, and then I realized
You'd be
I don't like
you'd be
working out.
That dude who gets like punched in the mouth. He gets
Yeah,
like beat up or
exactly.
something by like the villain. That'd be
Yeah.
me. I don't know about you.
Go
be like,
go watch all
"Let's
go watch
go."
all these movies. This is
Here comes the
turn
boom.
into 'em.
That's what we need to watch. We should.
what we need to watch.
Here comes the boom.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's actually
Huh?
pretty funny. It's yeah. Hey,
Uh-oh.
here comes the boom. Yeah, Sky backed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Really had a little hookup.
Oh man, Never Back Down only has a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. That makes me sad.
Dude, we got to make a bunch of alt accounts to boost that rating.
Have you
That needs to be
ever
the-
seen Warrior?
Yep, I was watching that the other night.
It's pretty good.
It is. All these random. Oh, there's one movie that's on. I think it's on Netflix or Hulu. It's just called Fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah, it's just called Fighting, and it's pretty much the same movie as what is it? As Never Back Down and whatever the other movie, Warrior. Yeah. Oh no, it's called Fighting. It's just literally called Fighting. It was 2009. Has Channing Tatum in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same movie as like. It's like a Southpaw-esque movie.
That's
or
a
like,
good movie.
It is a really good movie. There's also this whole other branch of movies that's kind of like we should do a thing on fighting movies, because just like how there's Never Back Down, there's like this kickboxer thing. So there's like Kickboxer, and there's like Kickboxer Retaliation. So
there's about as many of those movies as there are American Pie knockoffs.
Exactly.
And I don't want to watch any more of them. I think I've seen all the good ones, and I'm not gonna watch Kickboxer Retaliation.
Oh man.
Or
well,
Haywire. I'm not gonna watch Never Back Down, No Surrender.
Oh man, I watched that twice, and I was like, once was too much.
I'm not gonna watch Undisputed 2, Last Man Standing. I'm sorry,
Dang, there were 3 Kickboxer movies? Wow.
There's probably way more than that.
That's terrible.
Way more.
Okay, well, if you got some time on your hands after you listen to this podcast or before, watch Bird Box on Netflix. Or watch something better like Black Mirror Bandersnatch, because that's a much better experience.
I've heard mixed reviews from that as well. I don't know. Maybe we can watch that and do an episode.
I'll watch it again. I watched it a couple different times.
But if you're interested, if you're looking for a spooky time and you're interested in a movie that kind of deprives the senses, with a mysterious monster, watch A Quiet Place.
Got him.
If A Quiet Place isn't available
Streaming.
to you, this is a very, very low second though. So
it is. If A Quiet Place isn't available to you, but it's available at Redbox, I'll send you $1 towards Redbox.
So go watch A Quiet Place. That's the
that's our final review.
That's the message of the day. I did like this movie. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it okay.
It was a good popcorn film, eating really bad popcorn.
I didn't have popcorn. I should have popcorn. Dang.
Maybe you would have enjoyed it more. I watched it with popcorn, I think.
I watched the Super Bowl last night.
Oh, did Cloud9 win?
Cloud9 is a video game esports team.
I know. One day we'll have an esports tournament. Instead of the Super Bowl.
Why instead? Why not just both?
Because
they already have both.
I know, but I want it to be bigger than the Super Bowl.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I personally like sports. I used to love sports.
I enjoy watching an MMA fight every once in a while, and sometimes baseball.
Baseball's the most boring thing, and I like going to baseball games in person.
Exactly.
I was glad that the Patriots won. I missed the first half, but I went. We got me and my brother got some
wings.
No, I wish, but we got some McDonald's and we got some Nacho Farley's root beer, and we went down to our apartment's common area, I guess, because our cable has been out for 2 years, and I guess we're too lazy in our apartment. We got new managers recently. I don't think they know that our cable's been out forever now. But yeah, we got some drinks and some food, and we went down and enjoyed the game. So that was nice.
Well, there you go, making memories. That's what life's about. So if you wanna, first of all, before we tell you any of the other business of the South
Show,
Show,
you got news.
Let us know if Bird Box is your favorite movie.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm
us know
generally
if Suicide Squad is your favorite movie.
Exactly.
I'm much more interested in that.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen to this and you're like, have our contact information in IRL, just text us or contact us any way you want.
Why would you?
Well, I'm saying if our personal friends, if our close friends have our contact information.
I don't have any close friends whose Suicide Squad is their favorite movie. I better not.
Man, you just get a text message and you're like, just a sad face, and it's like, I understand. Delete my number.
Oh, I would.
I would too. That's
Jordan, if the Suicide Squad movie was your favorite movie, I don't even know what I would do.
It's not. Don't worry.
I suppose I'd move on with my life because I don't really care that much, but I'd be a little bit more broken inside.
Our intro and outro song is 8-Bit Passion by the Healy Brothers. We also do a news show called One Up My News that comes out on Mondays. So you can go listen to that now because it's a Wednesday when you're listening to this, and you can hear the One Up My News show
Jordan,
right now.
What if we did an
eHarmony ad?
No. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
A podcast dating service?
No. Why is this on your mind?
I don't know. Just yes. No, what were you gonna say?
What if we did a, the good news, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. What if we did, like for our news podcast? What if we did like a remix of that? It's like good news, everyone. Good news, everyone.
That's a good idea. I thought you were going to go the different direction and be like, bad news, everyone. Here's some bad news for you this week. Xbox One is apparently their Xbox Live service is going to be coming to Nintendo Switch. Check that out.
I'm glad. Okay, that was a test. Okay, I wanted to see if you were like would get excited for that, and you passed.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. It's a good idea.
You like that idea?
I do. It's a good idea. We should do it.
This has been the 43rd and final episode of One Up Me.
Yep. Season 2 coming to you soon.
No, but seriously, I got lost. I have no idea where you were. That's not gonna be our intro. No one, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I already started writing the sheet music.
I know you.
I guess I'll.
You like some of that music, so I thought.
I guess I'll just throw it away into my metal trash can.
It's an umbrella case.
That's the sound of me throwing away the sheet music. But like Ryan said, that's our new intro. So there's other stuff we got to tell you. This is a long-winded outro. This has been an outro since we started the show because that's how I feel about Bird Box. It can just fly away because it has birds in a box. For all the latest podcast news, you can follow the podcast on Twitter, Wanna Be Podcast. You can follow our Twitters at Aswaylock for me and at Ryan Divisions for Ryan because it has his name in the username. Our other social media links are going to be in the description. We have an Instagram we post on there every once in a while. It's going to be at Wanna Be Gaming. You can email the show, wannabepodcast@gmail.com. Email us questions, comments, different stuff you want us to cover on the show. Shop on Amazon, use our affiliate link. I might stop saying that because who really shops on Amazon anymore?
I mean,
I'm sure thousands
millions
of people.
Probably.
Of people. For everything else, One Up Me, check out our website, oneupmegaming.com. We might change that soon, but we'll let you know if we actually do change services in that aspect. That's really going to be it. If you want to support us on Patreon, that'd be awesome.
Get the podcast early.
You can get the podcast early, and if we ever decide to write any articles between our two weird schedules, you get them early there too. So, I mean, it's pretty cheap to support us, $1 a month. It's like 25 cents an episode. That's not bad, really. I mean, we do like 8 episodes a month. That's
8.
It's pretty great, I'd say, for a quarter. I mean, it's you should thanks for listening. That's all else I got to say. And
hope everybody has a good day.
Yep. I think I'm gonna go play some Smash, maybe.
Well, yeah, no, I got some homework. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But have a good day, everybody. Play on.
Bye.